Access denied even though I'm an administrator. My user account on Windows 7 is part of the administrators group, which has a full control permissions on C:*bar. However, when I try to create a folder in it, I get the access denied error. This is fixed by adding my specific user account to the list, but that shouldn't be necessary, should it?
This is expected behavior with UAC enabled. How are you attempting to create the folder? Windows Explorer will generate a UAC prompt, so I'm assuming you're using some other method. If you are doing it from a command prompt, make sure it is running with elevated privileges.
The thing is that UAC can't elevate Explorer properly. See following article which explains why this happens and how to fix. I thought this was fixed in Windows 7 but appears as though it isn't. See Windows 7 access denied.
From TechNet. To help prevent malicious software from silently installing and causing computer-wide infection, Microsoft developed the UAC feature. Unlike previous versions of Windows, when an administrator logs onto a computer running Windows Vista, the user's full administrator access token is split into two access tokens, a full administrator access token and a standard user access token. During the logon process, authorization and access control components that identify an administrator are removed, resulting in a standard user access token. The standard user access token is then used to start the desktop, the Explorer.x process. Because all applications inherit their access control data from the initial launch of the desktop, they all run as a standard user as well. After an administrator logs on, the full administrator access token is not invoked until the user attempts to perform an administrative task. So anytime that you try to use admin credentials, you should be given a UAC prompt to invoke that admin token, giving you access to make that change. Now if that is not working, you'll want to check your UAC settings. Most likely, the setting you need to disable is the user account control. Run all administrators in admin approval mode. You can change that behavior by setting the enable UA key to 0 in the following location. key_local_machine /software/Microsoft/Windows/current version/policies/system. That should make admins run as admins all of the time. This is dangerous and I would recommend that you turn this feature back on for day-to-day use.
As many have shared, there are all kinds of reasons why this can happen. If you have totally ruled out ownership/permission issues, it's very likely another program is preventing access to the files. Sometimes it's a program specifically meant to restrict file access, like folder lock, but the most common culprit is that you have the files open in some other program, like a text editor, say, Atom in my case, and this program has a lock on the files. And so in a case like that, access is denied even though you are an admin because no user at all can change a file when it is locked by another app for reading/writing. And so, after closing the programs or closing the open files in the program, you should have regular access to them again.
If you want to support this channel, please consider subscribing.